jokes, yeah, you're insightful, but are you likable? You got jokes, you're the host, stand up. Are you likable?
We don't talk about the Chichos on this one.
No Chichos.
No.
What are Chichos?
Nobody knows.
Hey, whoa.
Nobody knows.
It really
Chichos.
depends on the
Nobody-
episode.
That's good. Okay.
Hello and welcome to Likeable, a show where we discuss stand-up comedy from an entry-level perspective. I'm your host, David Stickle, and today I am joined by Mr. Shawn Barnes and Jay Leonard of the Super Salad Podcast. Hello.
See, that's how you do it, Sean. Did you hear that?
Nailed it. I don't know.
We
man.
come in, we like week or hey, where are your Chichos?
Where your Chichos at?
Hey, yeah.
Chichos. How are we doing today, guys? We just recorded an episode.
Yeah, we just
Exciting.
recorded an episode of Super Salad Podcast. Thank you for being a guest. We really
Yeah,
appreciate
thank
it.
you.
I've wanted you on for a long time.
Thank
It
you
was
for
really
having
nice.
me. I sounded pretty racist. In the episode.
Yeah, you
The
made some
N-word
racist
was a
comments.
choice. That was a choice.
But
It
you know
didn't
what?
feel like
I
a choice, actually. I feel like I was kind of born to say it, guys.
Yeah.
you know?
It happened pretty naturally, actually. That was great.
The natural N-word is what they call it.
That was a natural end.
Fuck, it carried over to this episode. It's the room.
It
It's
just
the
keeps
room.
going. This is
Yeah,
a racist,
it's a racist room. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, we didn't sage it.
Hey, give him a break. He was raised on a farm.
He was.
I was.
What, were you raised in a barn? I was.
Actually,
Yes, actually.
It happens. It happens. That was a fun episode. I think we're going to try and make this come out on the same week, or we're going to have the cliffhanger, and then this is.
Are we?
Steve Urkel.
I don't know. We can coordinate it. Yeah, we were just.
There was a
talking
lot
about
of Steve Urkel talk in the last episode.
Steve Urkel in space.
Yeah, he made it, guys. He made it back to Laura.
Yeah, he made it back to Laura.
And
I
they
don't
had
know
a
if they
bunch of
got
idiot
married,
kids.
but
Everybody that's listening now on Radio Free Rhinecliff is like, they're missing out. They really are on a conversation. In fact, pause this. Go to Super Salad.
oh, I see what you're doing.
Okay. Listen to that episode.
Okay.
Come back and listen to this again.
Yeah.
Okay. Come back to us. All right. Come on my back.
If you dare.
Please pull out. Come on my back.
Pull out of this. Come on, David. That's very
Please
good.
get the flavors right. And
the
then,
aromas.
Oh
You'll
yeah.
completely
flavors.
understand.
Yeah.
Now you have to listen to the last
Now
episode.
you have to. You'll understand what we're talking about.
Yeah.
That's
That's
important.
good.
Yeah, it feels weird to switch on my host hat. You know,
It's so funny, yeah, because now the pressure's off.
It's
off
great,
of,
right?
Yeah, I'm just like, we don't have to do shit. This is his problem.
amazing.
I know, and now all the pressure is on me, and like even tone shift in my
Yeah.
voice. Yeah, I'm hosting now.
Hey, you code switched.
I code
Yeah, you're
switched.
code switching.
Yeah,
You did. You did.
yeah, a host
Yeah.
switch.
Very good.
Ah, switch. Okay, so yeah, worked it in there. All right, so guys, Shawn is no stranger to the podcast. He's been on a few times.
It's my third time.
Some say too much.
Who said? Who says that?
Do you have a record for the amount of?
No.
No. All right. What's the number? What's
think
the
Alfano-
record?
This will match Jordan Malice, I believe. It's 3 visits. Yeah,
All right,
yeah. I think Jordan's been on. Jordan's been on 3 times.
But does this count like I'm with a guest? So it's like
Jordan's
half.
third time was
Well,
also
you were
with
with
a
a
guest.
guest last
But I was
time.
with a guest last time.
Yeah,
too.
you've got 2 guest episodes.
So I'm really just
Jordan's
been on
only got
2
one
times,
guest.
really.
So,
Oh,
so it's
man.
like 0.5.
Yeah, I've been on twice basically. At
Do
this
my
point.
wait?
Yeah, you've
is
got 2
my
assists.
is my weight like 0.75 versus Holly's
Nah.
0.25?
No, I give you a full. You both get full weight.
Oh, that's really
You're
democratic.
both
of you.
0.5s.
All right.
Yeah,
That's nice. That's nice.
yeah. I take every opportunity I can to tell Holly she's a 5. So
That's not right.
Out of 10.
Holly, I don't agree with that. Holly, I'm an admirer. Okay.
Are you actually?
You know. All right. So,
Okay.
I'll let her know.
Little 5 and dime. This is a good time. We're having a great time.
look at us having fun.
Great
Look at
host.
Look at us hosting. You guys are a great crowd. We're happy to have you here. We got a great show lined up for you.
Foo Fighters are here.
Foo Fighters here.
Fighters.
Cecily Strong.
Now that's my shit right there.
Oh yeah, the SNL guy.
Cecily Strong is my shit right there.
Okay.
Oh, for sure.
You know what?
Yeah.
I didn't expect this, but let's talk about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Cecily Strong.
Cecily Strong. Do we have this is a very different turn from the podcast usually.
That's fine.
But do we
Let's
have
do
a
this.
favorite SNL feature act that we find more?
Are we talking about
Current or of all time?
any of all time?
Oh my god.
like attractive is what you're saying?
Sure. Who's your favorite?
Okay.
Oh, but that's different. That's
All right,
different.
all right. Let's go. Let's go funny and let's go favorite. The funny and then attractive.
Chevy Chase for both.
Chevy. I was gonna say Will
Dennis
Forte.
Miller, but yeah, okay. Piss on me.
Bobby Moynihan. Bobby Moynihan.
Jay Moore.
Jay Farrow.
Oh,
I mean, Tina Fey's a full package, right?
Tina Fey gives
Tina
you
Fey is
everything.
kind of perfect.
Yeah.
She gives you everything.
She's
100%.
the full pack. She's the full package.
But I think but something about fucking Chris Farley was built to do SNL.
Tits and ass.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
100%. But like funny,
Yeah.
funny wise, you can't. Not, I don't
Yeah,
think I've
yeah,
ever seen him
hilarious
do
tits
something
and
that's
ass.
not hilarious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I just think, listen, I'm a Farley guy. Farley is my
David is
generation.
not a Farley guy.
I
I
just
love
think, like,
Farley.
Farley was like a one-note joke, and it was always, "Hey, I'm the big guy in the
Yeah,
room."
but he nailed it every
No,
time.
but there will never be a better big guy. And the problem is they always compare him to Belushi, right? Like, oh, Belushi. But Belushi didn't just play the big guy. Belushi played the cool guy. Belushi was the B. Belushi was Jake
Yeah,
Elwood.
yeah. No, you're
Belushi
right.
did a bunch of different shit. But
got a
Farley
point.
came out and was like, I'm the big guy. And there hasn't been a big guy. They tried to make Bobby Moynihan the big guy, but they couldn't feed him enough.
Listen,
To make him the big guy. Call back, listen to the
Supersalad.
Supersalad podcast. And I just think like that was kind of his thing. Now I think he's a genius in his own right, and I think Tommy Boy is one of
Sure.
the best movies in the last 30 years. But I just think that like
Do you know what
him,
my favorite
what
Chris Farley movie is? You won't believe it. And it's a travesty.
Wagons East.
But
No, that was John Candy.
no, but you
there
got
is
the
a
right
movie-
idea.
Yeah, no.
Samurai.
No, it's the movie where they're the pioneers, right?
Where they're
Yes.
trying to beat Lewis and Clark to
Yes!
the West
Almost
Coast.
Home or Almost Made
Heroes.
It.
Yeah,
Almost
it was-
Heroes.
it was-
yes.
Is Norman
Yeah.
that?
No, it's fucking
Matthew Perry,
Matthew
right?
Perry.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I gotta tell you, fucking love that movie.
Yeah, the
ridiculous,
bald
but
eagle
I'll-
scene.
Dude, it's so
The
good.
only two guys who have ever seen that movie are talking about it right now. And his
was on-
dad is so happy.
both
It was on
leads are
Comedy
dead as
Central
fuck.
for a
Yeah.
long time.
Yeah. They're
That was
both
a great movie. Doesn't he Matthew Perry falls in love with like an indigenous woman and he like
Selma Hayek.
tries to Was it Selma Hayek?
No.
Oh,
No,
it's
you
like
fool.
God damn it. Like
I just wanted you to play into your racism shit and be like,
Yeah, I like how you on our podcast you said the N word, but on this podcast you said indigenous.
Yeah.
so
Wow.
that was very.
And you
very
pronounce Selma
good.
Hayek.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, one, it's a free station, you know, where we need sponsors, so please sponsor the station.
All right,
Two,
and to be fair, I just want the listeners to know David did not say the N word in our podcast.
and two, not all races are created equal.
That's true, and I think they would agree with that. Actually,
They would agree with that. Whites are on the bottom. That's my opinion. It's about sunscreen and who needs it. All right, so we burn up pretty bad. I'm currently
We be burning.
I'm a little rosé boy right now, and that's
Oh, that's
unfortunate.
sweet.
Yeah, I'm trying to rebrand. I don't want to be a redneck anymore. It's just
Rosé boy.
Rosé boy.
B-O-I.
Yeah, boy.
Right.
Yeah.
Boy. Rose boy.
Okay,
Back
what
to the
you making
original
there?
question.
Okay.
Kate McKinnon.
New Paltz. She lives in New Paltz. Did you know that?
Stop, really?
Yeah. So
I
you
didn't
could-
know that.
you can- I know what gym she goes to out there, so we can coordinate that if you want to. Yeah, in case you want to cheat on your wife.
Hey.
I don't think she's into it, guys. I
No, you don't
That's
think
true.
so?
Yeah.
She likes the ladies.
Yeah. And
It's-
so do I.
it's-
So we'll have
is she
something to
actually
talk
gay?
about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's documented.
Yeah.
It's well documented.
I didn't check her papers. I'm sorry.
Dude.
Her gapers, dude.
Yeah, she doesn't do that.
Cecily Strong
Cecily
and
Strong, yeah.
what's her name? Oh my God, she married Paul Thomas Anderson. She was in fucking Bad Mouth. She played a hormone monster. Maya Rudolph.
Maya Rudolph.
Maya
I know Maya
Rudolph.
Rudolph.
Oh, Bridesmaids too.
Yeah.
Love,
like
love Maya
peak Maya
Rudolph.
Rudolph.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, no,
Come
I'll
on.
give you
You're
that.
hilarious. You're smart. You're beautiful. What do you want?
Yeah, I lean more Tina Fey, but yes.
Tina Fey, yes. Tina Fey is
but
my
I feel like she's the
my
gold
wheelhouse.
standard.
perfect.
Yeah.
She's perfect.
She
She's
is.
a perfect person.
Yep.
I have to look up this SNL cast member because I can't.
You don't know who that? Oh,
Is
you
it
don't.
Chloe Feynman?
No, it's
Sarah
Abby
Sherman now is
Elliott.
good too.
Sarah's
I like
she gets
Sarah
dressed-
Sherman a lot.
Do you hear
She
that?
talks about this a lot.
Oh, it's your phone.
No, I think it's his phone being out next to his microphone.
Oh, it's hissing on you guys?
Yeah,
I'm so
yeah.
sorry.
It's okay.
I didn't know that.
It was doing some
Whatever.
sign
it is.
shit.
Your podcast, bro. I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck.
Yeah, fuck my
Science, right?
podcast. I don't know. I can't find this person. I'm going to move on.
It's good.
Vanessa Bayer doesn't get enough love.
Nope.
Vanessa Bayer.
Vanessa Bayer. She is fucking hilarious and does not get the respect that she deserves.
No one puts the respect on.
No
her
one
name.
puts the respect on Vanessa Bayer. And Melissa Villasenor
Oh.
Yes.
is a fucking talent.
This is a SNL podcast.
Yeah,
Hell yeah,
sorry. You know
dude.
what?
Yeah.
I'm it's not staying in my lane, and I apologize. This is
Nassim
your
Pedrad
show.
was the name I was thinking of.
Oh,
Who was it?
yeah.
Who was it?
Nassim Pedrad?
1000%.
Yeah.
I'm an ego. Miss Eggy. Yeah.
Ego
Ego.
Morton.
Rigo
Seagal.
Mortensen?
I can't remember her
Viggo
last name.
Mortensen.
Viggo
Yeah,
Viggo Mortensen.
Yeah,
that's
that
it.
dong was out in that one movie.
yeah.
Remember? Ooh.
Yeah, we're going to get Aragorn.
But you're right.
You know? Blood and Aragorn. What were we talking about?
I don't know how we got in SNL.
I don't know.
We're
This is
podcasting.
Yeah, we're on 2 episodes in a row here for the listeners. And again, please go back and listen to Super Salad. So this makes more sense contextually. That would be great.
The smart move is to listen to Super Salad first.
Every week, actually. I'm a
not
big
what I'm
fan.
saying.
I'm a big fan of both of you guys on your show. That is a well documented thing. I think I've recommended you guys to
That's true.
a few things. And I've only known you guys as Super Salad. Now you guys have had a few renditions of your podcast before this, or at least one. Before Super
There was
Salad?
one. Hard On Podcast existed before Super Salad, and that was from 2013 to 2020
To COVID.
to COVID. COVID
21,
killed it.
right?
It might have made it to 21, but I really want to say 2020. It was.
This is the last time you could listen to it.
No, you know what? Because we recorded outside that summer a lot.
Yeah.
It might have made it to 21.
Yeah.
Why did you come back with a different name?
We get the new office.
Good question. No, there's an answer to it.
Yeah.
It's good. I had, from one perspective, I had wanted to change the name of Hard On for a while because it gets embarrassing being like, oh, I have a podcast. Oh, really? What's it called? It's fucking called Hard On Podcast.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. So, like, I was sick of having to explain that to people. But then the other thing is that, like, our podcast ended pretty abruptly. And it ended because we were just, like, pissed off. Like, we were just sick of, like, people.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It was an election year, obviously, 2020, and it was also the COVID year, and it was just us bitching about, like, having to go to Walmart and seeing all the assholes with their masks down under their nose and shit, and, like, it literally just turned into episodes of us in our respective basements, recording it separately over Zoom and shit.
There's
like,
a little bit of backstory there too. Like we had been working on movies since 2014 together.
Yeah.
And we had just gotten this feature done that that started doing something.
Yeah. Middletown.
Like Middletown. So we finished this movie and the feedback was like, hey, submit this into festivals. This is good enough for people to see.
Yeah, I think we screened it January 2020.
Yeah. Yep.
It was our first official screening.
So we were excited about it, and we kicked off this this idea that we were going to take it into all the middle towns in the United States, and we were going to do this thing called Middle Tour. And so we started raising money for it, and everything was working out very well. We were
Doing
gonna-
very well.
Yeah,
We
we had
had
all these
theaters booked.
theaters booked, and we were going to go and talk about how to make a movie for $961, and we were really excited about it. And then the pandemic just shut it down, and we had to kind of deal with the disappointment of that and all like the anger behind that. Like, shit, we've been working so long, so hard on these things, and then it was like the pause button was hit. You remember the Great New York State pause, right? Except it never stopped. So that pause became more than 2 weeks. It became the rest of that movie's whole life. So our
The movie,
podcast,
the post production of that entire movie lived inside COVID.
yeah,
The first, you know what? We had the screening in January, but we had
Johnstown.
we had a screening at a local college literally the day everything's like shut down.
Which was like shooting practice for us. Like we took a home game just to
Yeah.
kind of get the questions
We were
down.
like, exactly.
And
Like, oh, we'll do a Q&A at a local college. We have a connection at the college. He had it was a professor at the college who has film students who like had them come and like ask us questions and stuff. So it was like it was like kind of like
friendly.
it was a dry
home
run,
game.
yeah,
Yeah.
of the whole thing. And literally that day, we're just looking. We bought toilet paper
we did after the show.
after the screening. We were like, everybody's buying fucking toilet paper, bro. So we gotta get toilet paper because
Yeah,
apparently.
Yeah.
What?
Because of the movie.
Yeah, everybody shit their pants
Yeah.
because of the,
Holy fuck!
no. So it was like that's when like all the shit was going down with like when the first COVID like they're gonna shut shit down.
3:15,
thing
20.
happened.
Yeah.
When everything shut down.
Yeah, and our screening was like 3:14 at 7:45, and the professor of this thing texted me and was like, "Hey, they shut down all the SUNY campuses. You can still show it, but this will be the last thing that happens here for the next 2 weeks or whatever." And we were like,
yeah.
"Okay." So we went and we had a good crowd.
showed up, yeah,
and we
people
did the
still came
Q&A,
out.
and it was a good time. And we were like, "Oh, that was awesome. I guess in a couple weeks we'll start over again in Beacon
Yeah.
because we had a show in Beacon." And
We had theaters booked.
Yeah.
So for middle tour, this thing we had, conceptualized. We had a promo video for it. We were doing so many promos for this fucking movie, man, and we just got the fucking rug pulled out from under us.
So the rest of our podcast became anger because all this shit happened and just kept perpetuating. And then I think it just kind of fell apart. So when it was over after the election year, and I think we recorded outside a few more times.
Yeah.
we were just like, you know what? Like
We
fuck
must
it.
have made it into 21 because I
We did,
remember
yeah,
we
yeah, yeah.
recorded on the day that they announced that Biden had won.
Yeah, you and I were at the basketball court.
We were like, I remember,
We were
yeah,
drinking Jameson.
Bro, we were drinking Jameson, recording outside because we were like, it's safer, and like we literally, we were trying to take this shit like serious, you know.
and we moved in here. I moved in here in the pandemic. I moved in here in like 2020.
this office that we're in right now. Yeah,
So that's like 6 years ago, and then once we got in here, we started recording. Well, we started talking about doing this. But anyway,
I was like,
it's a
dude,
long answer
well,
to
yeah.
how did it start, and this is how it started.
but we did have
It's
another.
okay. We need the story.
But you know what? We did have another podcast that I think we should revisit.
Ooh.
I think we should go back to it.
Hardwood.
No. Yeah, we did have we did briefly have an NBA podcast called The Hardwood, which was
For Hard On, right.
for Hard On. Yeah. But we did briefly have another podcast
yeah.
called Unsolved Mystery Science Theater.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was us doing the Mystery Science Theater treatment on episodes of Unsolved Mysteries. And I gotta tell you, that was fun as hell.
It's pretty
Dude,
fun.
that's a great idea.
Yeah. So it was Unsolved Mystery Science
Did we,
Theater.
how many did we do? We did
We only
a
did a
bunch, right?
few, right? I don't know. They're out there still.
Every once in a while, I'll still get like a notification. Like
People
somebody
like that Facebook page all the time because they think it's Unsolved Mysteries. So they're like, I like that.
Yeah,
You
it's just us talking shit about the show in real time.
It's so funny though, and I remember in the pandemic, like sitting at home with nothing to do, making the logo and shit for that. It was just
Yeah.
luckily we had that. You know what I mean? So we were still doing
It's
something.
the only thing that got
fun.
me through, Sean.
I know. Oh, if you were closer, I'd hold your hand right now.
Oh yeah, for the viewers at home, we're not going to be doing video for this episode.
Oh,
as
sorry,
you've
guys.
probably
Sorry,
discovered
guys.
by now. But if you're only listening audibly, we're in a dimly lit office room at a conference table.
Yeah, David came to us.
Yeah.
I came everywhere, and
Just
We're gonna have to
arcing
clean up.
streams. Are you familiar with the Bellagio in Las Vegas? It's very much. Remember the end of Ocean's 11? It was sort of like that. You know?
Yeah, I like to drink it in. I'm sitting at the center of a conference table, and to my left is Shawn Barnes, and to my right is Jay Leonard, and we've got empty beer cans in front of us because we've been having a good time.
We've been having a good time. This is a lot of fun.
This has been fun.
You're welcome back anytime. Just so you know,
Oh, thank you.
you're on the short list.
I'm on the.
You're on the short list of people who are welcome to come back.
I was the boss
anytime.
until this point. All right. So you guys have been doing. You guys were doing movies together. Was Middletown your first movie?
No.
So we met.
Ooh, wait, can I share what I know about you guys? As far as movies go?
I thought you were going to say you had to piss.
Oh,
no.
shit.
Great.
No, no,
Okay, good.
We're gonna pause.
We'll take it from here.
We're in a hold. What I know about you guys is very like two lines. I know that you guys make movies together, and your trademark thing is for making a great movie for a very low budget.
That is kind of our thing.
Yeah.
That is what you guys
And I
are known
appreciate
for. And you guys also are very upfront with your actors that you might not be able to pay them a lot, but you will make sure that the product is done. You don't half-ass a product. You don't not finish a movie. And they will have a reel. They will have something at the end of it to show for it. That is one thing you guys kind of stand on and you're known for. Is that correct?
Dude did his research.
Wow.
I listened to you guys.
This has never happened before.
Right,
I'm
I have nothing more to say. I guess this is over.
The room is sopping wet, right?
I'm pregnant.
As
yes,
if you were wearing a shirt in a
That
pool.
is essentially what we do. Our most recent movie. I don't know if you want to.
Let's talk about
cool with talking budget.
Me? Yeah, sure.
Yeah. We spent like around $13,000. Which in the grand scheme of things is nothing.
Yeah, can you give like an average A24 movie or something like that? Like
Millions.
yeah, okay, a couple millions, right? Like
Well,
because
SAG low budget is $300,000 or less.
okay, saying low budget,
SAG
is
low
SAG
budget.
low
SAG,
budget.
ultra low budget is $300,000 or less.
and you guys did it with 16, 13. Okay,
13.
Our budget before this was $1,800, and the budget before that was $961.
Yeah.
let that
Let that
marinate
marinate
for a little bit. Yeah,
good.
soak up those juices of.
So
So all the movies suck, is what we're saying.
I want to
Not what
say, how deep do you want to get here? You fucking get into it,
Dude,
Let 'em
it's-
drive,
It's
baby.
your episode.
Let 'em
let's
cook.
let's do it.
So Jay and I met on a cruise in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Okay, shirtless in a
Singles cruise,
I
bear
had my
cruise.
shirt off. Jay had his shirt on.
Obviously,
In the pool. Listen
Nick's
to this.
jersey on.
If you listen
Yeah.
to Super Salad podcast,
Nipples chafed. Because the New York is right on the teat.
Right, but I
you
was
know,
like,
it really
yo,
hurts.
Hell yeah, dude.
So I
got it.
tape them with like X's.
Yeah.
I don't know why they
electrical
do
tape.
that. Yeah.
Because, sports bras.
Yeah.
But I was like,
Anyway.
yo, I got some ointment that'll take care of that.
Yeah. He said a salve.
Yeah.
And he was like,
Salve.
I'm from St. Johnsville. And I was like, oh, that makes
Not
sense.
from St.
All right.
Johnsville. So we have a mutual friend who was working with Jay on a movie project that he was had written, and our mutual friend was like, "Hey, you should come produce this movie." And I said, "Well, I don't say yes to everything."
That's what this motherfucker said.
Wow. The opposite approach with comedy.
So,
100%.
all right. Let me
100%.
let me take this for a second.
That is true.
So
Please,
we met.
go ahead. Go
So we
ahead.
met at a diner, and I hand you a 140-page script, and I was like, "Hey, man, it's great to meet you. So this is the movie we're making," and it's this phone book of a script, and it's like
Thick boy.
thick boy, and he looks at me across his plate of fries that I just paid $4 for,
Yeah, very generous.
and he looks at me with his ridiculous rock eyebrow. He goes, "Well, I will tell you, I don't say yes to everything," which is so hilarious in the hindsight.
what a douche.
because the secret is
And
I
then-
do say yes to everything.
But and then, so the worst part about being a writer, being a writer of like screenplays, is like handing them off, because then it's like,
It's like showing your dick.
right, and then he disappears. He gets into his car, and I'm like, all right, well, in 30 minutes he'll be home. So if I don't hear from him in 2 hours, it's going to start to hurt. So I wait for days.
Day seems like a stretch. I'm pretty sure it was the next day.
It was days.
But that's
Days.
fine.
And then
Days,
the homeboy,
Shawn Barnes.
and then homeboy sends me a text, and it says, a joke in the movie is like, shit, it was about the hair. Like, the cook says, or the bad guy says, "What's good?" And the cook says, "Your hair." So he quotes it and says, "That's very good." That's what I get from this guy, who I don't know. And I was like, well, I guess I passed the fucking muster of this clown shoe I bought fries and gravy for at the Miss Johnstown Diner 4 days ago.
Can I guess that you probably spent like 45 minutes looking for the perfect text to send?
No, it was definitely very
Hour and a
much
half.
in the moment. I read the script inside of a Dunkin' Donuts.
As
That's
it was
where I-
intended to be read. I wrote a letter in the front and I said, please read this between the hours of 2:45 and 4:45.
Brenda must be working.
No, I remember exactly. So when we met, I was in between apartments.
Yeah, you're homeless is what you
I was
were.
homeless at the time, and
Yeah.
from a homeless man.
Yeah. He'd have minutes on his
I'll
phone.
be honest, I don't say yes to everything, including where I live.
You should probably say yes more, dude. You should probably
Yes
start
to a
saying
couch.
yes.
At least to the dress, dude.
You got any of those Boost Mobile minutes I could use? I would have texted you earlier, but my data's gone.
How hard it is to get rejected by a guy with a shopping cart?
That's how I got him. It was like 3 bags of cans I
He's
saved.
like, I know a great park we can film at.
It's just
My
like, yeah,
studio apartment.
hey, man, I got a job for you with great benefits. Well, I don't say yes to everything.
Holding out for a management position.
I know what I'm worth, all right? No, so I was in between apartments. My then girlfriend and I had moved out of our apartment and were looking for a new place, but it was like so we were living at her mom's.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. And so I was like, I need to get out of here. So I walked over to I had a day off. I walked over to Dunkin'. I read the script, and that's 100% what it was.
Yeah.
And I was like, just fucking do it. I was like, just fucking do it. What are you doing, man? Just fucking do it. And then I got way in over my head the first day of shooting.
Oh, yeah.
Not to skip too far ahead here, but like it was but then I realized like the level that I needed to be at, I guess. And here we are fucking, I don't know, 11, 12 years later.
Yeah.
So 12 years, yeah. Fucking
12
crazy.
years.
12 years later.
12 years, 5 movies. Yeah.
Yeah, 5 movies together.
Yeah.
5 movies together.
Hell yeah. And now we've just finished up at New York Cinefest with
We did.
It's Always Almost Over.
Yeah, so our first movie was
Death Before Discomfort.
Death Before Discomfort.
And that's the script you handed him.
Yeah.
That was the script where I was like quoting it and sending it back to him, and
Very well. Very well. I'm very impressed with this wacky wordplay.
One eyebrow.
Yeah,
To death
yeah.
and discomfort. I mean, not to just jump ahead or jump out of place here, but like, you guys, comedian, you're a writer, right?
Yeah.
You ever think about writing a comedy?
Writing a comedy?
Yeah, like
Like a
together?
straight comedy?
mean like a comedy movie or
Gay
writing?
comedy's fine too. I
Gay
mean,
com-
whatever
right,
you
sure.
want to write. I mean, you don't need to classify it yet.
You know what? Let's just say it. This is Jay writes all my material.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's not true. Okay, I feel like I was like, wait. I said it as a joke, and I was like, people need to understand that's not true.
That actually makes perfect sense.
People will be like, yeah, that makes sense. He's a dick most of the time, and Jay's kind of fun. So, you know how annoying it is? I bring my comedy friends over to meet Jay, and then they like him way more than they like me by the end of the day.
It's just attitude stuff, Sean.
I know.
So
It's because you're better than
You know,
us.
you know what's fucked up is by the end of the day, though, like when it's all said and done, he bitches more than anybody
oh yeah, it's bad.
because he just does it behind closed doors.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, he does it on the podcast too.
Yeah. Yeah. If you
Very
not listen
upset.
to the podcast, I get I
When I-
write.
Now you're right.
When I got here, you were like so pleasant,
Oh
and
yeah.
I was like, wow, he's not the grumpster fire that I know him to be at all.
Grumpster
And then we
fire.
sat down, and as the podcast started, I was like, oh, there it is.
There, yeah. As soon as I get in front of the
There it
mic,
is.
I'm like, and you know what else?
yeah.
Yeah. Fuck
So
this.
tune into Super Salad.
Yeah.
If you haven't already,
If you haven't.
As soon as I get comfortable, I get bitchy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not like I don't know. I like to write by myself because I'm a lunatic and I have to do it kind of at my own pace and I'm easily threatened. And Sean's funnier than me, so I feel like I don't know. I can just get something written and what.
No, I don't think I'm funnier than you, but I will. What I was gonna say is that I do think, in the moment, he's super open to suggestion, though, which is cool.
Oh, like on the set.
He's super collaborative.
Yeah.
Like in the moment, if I have an idea, I can go to him and be like, "Hey, you know what would be funny if this blah 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 blah."
Right.
You know what I mean? So I appreciate that.
Sure.
Oh, nice.
He's super collaborative.
It's nice. It's
Look
nice.
at us.
I see you guys.
Now you compliment me.
I'll get there.
Get there. When you're like, so we've had Shawn on a couple times. So
Yeah.
Jay, I'm going to ask you more
Yeah,
questions.
talk to Jay. I'm not even here.
Fuck you. When you're like writing a script, or just like a movie in general, like, are these like personal stories, or are these just like complete like fiction that you're just like pulling out of the
Dave,
air?
that's
Is
a
it
good
like
question. That's a great question, Dave.
Thanks,
There he
dude.
is.
Yeah, dude. Like, hell yeah.
He's rubbing his
Thanks,
shoulders
Shawn.
right now.
Thanks.
For those who are, I know you're all used to a video podcast, but right now Shawn is rubbing his shoulders
let me
and
just-
like willing him on.
Let me describe it. He's got IPA breath breathing down my neck,
It's
and it is wet.
Just so you guys know, that's how my breath always smells.
like
Wet breath.
skunk.
Yeah.
Skunky.
Okay, so
Sorry.
please,
So was
personal
it personal
stories?
No. Somebody. So we were at Cinefest a few weeks ago, and when the movie was over, somebody came up to me as we were leaving after the Q&A and was like, "Hey, man, like, so that happened to you?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "Well, I'm confused. What do you mean? Like, I thought." And I was like, "No." I'm like, "You're
Yeah.
aware that like the Millennium Falcon isn't a real ship, yeah?" So I don't know.
It's always crazy to me that scripts that take place like very much like in reality, people always question like, oh, so that must have happened. You must have experienced that. Like,
I think because it's just like they're smaller films and they're more personal in nature. I think people just automatically assume that this is a one for one when
Yeah.
it's not Break Glass is a road trip movie that was about an apology tour. And, it comes from like an idea of, God, if I could go through and repent for all the shitty things I had done in my life, but it wasn't a one for one of all the things that I've done. It's always almost over as the same way. It's like, I don't know, it's an allegorical, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's just a fucking movie, guys. Relax.
I voted for Al Gore too.
Yeah. It's a sad truth or
this
whatever.
motherfucker. Yeah, an inconvenient truth.
Inconvenient.
Inconvenient truth. Do you like? Do you research stuff?
No.
You're just like completely out of thin air.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, though. I think that the story. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, please. Please answer this for me. Go ahead.
Shawn is
well,
leaning back.
I just have a
He
question.
is. He's leaning back and he's
Lean back in
answering the
his chair.
question
He's
for
holding
me.
a solo cup and aiming it at us.
Yeah. So go ahead.
No, this is more of a question.
Okay.
Glasses are off.
All right.
I'm just trying. We don't have any video for the viewers.
Let me
This
paint
is
a
like
picture
the
here.
theater
I'm trying
of
to
the
let them
mind.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a big narrator guy.
I don't think the story is necessarily a reflection of your life. However, I do think the dialogue is.
Okay.
And I'm curious if that's true. That's all.
Okay.
From my perspective, I feel like a lot of the conversations that take place in the movie are conversations I've heard you talk about.
I think that I float the
I'm genuinely curious.
I float the ideas. Like I'll get an idea for a chunk of dialogue in a scene, and then I float those ideas in real conversations to see how they play out, to see if they float, to see
Gotcha.
if it makes sense.
Like a fucking comedian would.
Yeah, is that how it works? I don't
Yeah.
know.
I
You
mean,
don't do that?
a
You
bitch
don't run a
ass
bit?
one. Yeah, sure, but whatever.
You don't run a bit. You fucking fuck. You-
2 beers and look at him, glassy eyed, one eyebrow, laying back,
stain
answering
on
my
his shirt.
That's great. Yeah, go
I
ahead.
respect the art.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, of course. Of course, you run bits in reality. So that's interesting. I didn't know you did that.
Yeah. I'll write something and I kind of come up with an idea, and then I come up with a premise and I write it out, and then if I think it's a bit, then I'll kind of see how it's received, and I'll poke the holes in it based on who I talk to about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Because there's definitely stuff in movies that are like, I'll read the script for the first time and be like, motherfucker, I said that
Yeah.
to him.
Yeah.
That's something I said to him, or he said to me, or whatever. You know what I mean? So I do think there are elements of real life.
Yeah,
in the,
for sure.
in
sure.
the script, but
it's not. Yeah.
the story itself is not something that exactly happened to you. Like, do you want to talk about the plot of this movie or no? Of
well,
It's
I
Always
just
Almost
thought
Over?
maybe I don't know.
I actually haven't been able to see it because you guys did a premiere in.
I don't like how he said
Schenectady.
that.
I
I
haven't.
don't like how he said that.
Well, I didn't get to go to
I
Cinefest.
haven't been able to see it.
You should.
Like, we owed him.
Well, you should have given him a link.
I should give
Whoa,
him
wait a second. Guys do get this in the podcast, right? The podcast, they send I've heard Conan O'Brien has gotten.
Yeah, we'll
like,
get you a link.
Yeah,
private
but nobody
links.
watches those, right?
Huh?
I'll send you a link. Okay.
Okay.
I'll send you a link, dude.
I actually wanted to go to the Cinefest in New
But you
York.
didn't.
You went on living
I
your
did
life.
not, and I remember texting like 3 people asking if they were going to be there because I was trying to figure out a way to get down there.
And everybody said
And-
no.
Well,
No.
Patrick and Kay went, and I
they
was like,
did.
"Fuck!" I didn't message them.
Oh, you really fucked up.
Yeah, I would have wiggled my way down there. It
was a good time.
To your very rough weekend.
It was a good time, dude.
It was a good time. I'm going to recap what happened.
Please. I want to hear it from someone else's perspective. So
Okay, because I just listened to the episode. So if you are listening to Super Salad now, or you just listened to our episode together, the episode prior to that was a recap of how the Cinefest weekend went. And Shawn Barnes joined us before that with Holly Vigiano, talking about how they were going to go to the Cinefest.
As a pre-Cinefest podcast.
As a pre-Cinefest podcast. Yep. Always, you got to pre-come on all the whole episode. And then what happened is that you guys got on the Amtrak in Albany.
Yep.
And you were it was supposed to be a 2.5 hour or 3.5 hour train, right?
2.5
2.5
hours.
Ended up being 5.5 hour.
5 hours. Yeah.
5 hour ride.
5 hour train ride because the train came to a halt in Poughkeepsie.
Terrytown.
And we're like, we got a party.
Terrytown.
We got a party to go to. Nobody gave a shit. But we're like, we have a party.
We're kind of a big deal, guys. We're here with a movie.
I don't know who else is on this train, but I think we're a very big deal right now.
And this was in Terrytown, and you guys, this is on a Thursday, right? Or,
Yeah.
Yep.
Thursday, you guys are heading down to the city. Because you had 2 shows at the Greenwich Comedy Club,
Greenwich Village Comedy Club.
Greenwich
On
Village Comedy
Friday
Club.
and Saturday. Yeah.
Friday and Saturday. So you were going down there to check into your hotel,
was
to
a
get all
whole thing.
situated.
We had a whole weekend
day
planned of-
I remember listening to the 2 episodes before that where you guys were very excited to go down. This is going to be your time away from the families, times away from all of this kind of life. You're just going to live the life you wanted to be as artists who make movies. And on this train, it came to a screeching halt because of
Metaphorically.
and mechanical issues.
Mechanical issues. That's
Yes.
the only That's the only explanation we got.
And you guys tied a couple on and you sobered up.
No, they
real
were
quick.
off.
They tied off.
We tied them on, and then they came off.
Yeah,
it was over.
Our plan was to arrive in fucking Midtown Manhattan with a buzz. That was the plan.
Yeah.
We had a couple Bloody Marys each in us.
Hell yeah.
Like,
Instead, we coasted into fucking Terrytown, the beautiful city of Terrytown, the beautiful
Love
town of
Terrytown.
Terrytown.
Who
For
doesn't
sure.
love
Terrytown?
For sure.
Yeah.
In fact, the new movie is written to take place in Terrytown. So thank you, Terrytown, in advance for all you're about to do for us.
Yeah.
But
Thank you, Terrytown.
being on that fucking train platform with nowhere to go and no possible way to get to the thing we needed to do was frustrating. So thank you, Amtrak. They made good. They made good for one of us.
yeah.
Give
For
Jay
some
a refund
fucking reason.
of $70.
$70.
And how much for you?
I got 40.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you bought 2 other tickets to Metro
Yeah, and I
North.
bought 2 Metro North tickets, and they were like, well, you got to talk to Metro
Yeah.
North about that. I'm like, but it's your fault.
Suck it, Shawn
I'm
Barnes.
just like, fuck you.
Because I was on the chat and I was like, if Shawn Barnes fucking texts you, he's full of shit. He's sitting right next to me. He's like, I don't have anything to do. I'm going to go look at penguins at the fucking zoo. I mean, it's a trip of leisure. Yeah.
I love that.
But once that all ended, it was a great weekend.
Yeah, because then you got to the hotel and that was a dump.
My hotel was a dump.
Your hotel was a dump.
Yeah, it was a dump.
You had a very interesting weekend, I think.
Yeah.
Because you had a very you went to the city. Sean had shows. Sean got way too drunk for his standards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
It was bad. It was
You
bad.
got white girl wasted.
1,000%.
Very sloppy. But you had a respectable evening or home. You FaceTime with
weird.
your daughter, right? And
Yeah.
a couple nights in a row. You just had a very peaceful. And then you were incredibly sad the day of the show.
I was. You do listen.
Yeah, I do
was.
listen.
I was sad.
Yeah, that's something I think we experience often.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, because that ride home after a show, for example, right? I was able to do Levity Live about a year ago, right?
Oh, yeah.
That was very exciting. Going up into the show, I'm like, oh my god, it's Levity Live! This big deal. And then the car ride home was exactly the same as every Levity Live open mic that I've done, which was exceptionally painful. But yeah, I mean, like you've had our experiences.
Yeah. For me, it was weird because we were in the same festival a few years before, and I didn't have that same experience. So I don't know. I'm still kind of working through that shit.
So how was it different last time?
I don't know. I mean, listen, I would love to sit here and give you like a real answer, like, well, the problem was, but like, I still don't know. I haven't shaken it out yet.
Was it because like, actually like 2 episodes before that,
Yeah.
you guys were talking about how the Monday after you come back, it's going to be reality again. And I think maybe the first time you guys went to a Cinefest, you maybe didn't have like that expectation of the Monday coming.
Maybe.
Yeah, so that wasn't in the back of your head.
It was. I think it was. It was. I have a hard time with. All right, so like you go to a party, and everyone expects you to be the guy who has fun at the party, and that pressure always shuts me down immediately. Like if there's a like a New Year's party or a St. Patrick's Day party, I get miserable because I'm just like, well, this is what I'm supposed to do. You're supposed to go and you're supposed to have a bunch of drinks and be a fucking idiot and blah 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 blah. And it just the pressure of that or the expectation of that just makes me mad. And I need to be like, what's the word I'm looking for? Obstinate, right? So I'm just built that way. I'm just like, fuck this. I'm not gonna fucking do this. And I sit in the corner like a weirdo. So I think that is kind of part of it, where I had built this thing up into this big moment, and I was just like, I'm not a happy person. I don't need to have this fucking moment. So I didn't allow myself to have the moment, which is insane. So yeah, I think that's probably what it was, which sucks because like, goddamn, like I was really looking forward to it, but but in the end, I think like at the end of the day, we had a really good experience. We met some really great people from another feature that was there who had kind of the same representation that we have, and we had a great time with them. Quiet After Supper was the name of the feature, and that whole team was amazing. And so we spent just 4 days just kind of hanging out, and I went to a ton of shorts and features and had a great time. So at the end of the day, it was great. But I will tell you that Monday was a fucking nightmare.
Yeah,
that was tough. That was a tough one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just hard coming back to reality. You know what I mean? Like you spend 3-4 days experiencing everything you want. Right. These are the things we want to do. These are the things that we want to experience. And then it's like, hey, motherfucker, you got to go back to work on Monday.
Yeah, I'm like rushing across town to get to Shawn's stand-up show because after that we're going to go have noodles on St. Mark's. And then after St. Mark's, we got to rush over to the New York City premiere of the movie. And it's sold out, and they moved us into a bigger theater. And there's all these people standing in the lobby who don't know who we are, so I can just kind of stand there and look at their tickets that say the name of our movie on it.
That was so
like,
crazy.
I wrote that movie.
Did you see that?
So cool.
I had a moment where there was this little old lady.
Yeah.
Who had a big fucking printout.
Yeah.
And it said, "It's always almost over," with a fucking QR code that she could scan at the door. She was like, "I'm here for the movie."
Yeah.
And we were like, "You fucking made that."
Yeah.
That's
what
so
I mean?
cool.
It's weird, but it's a weird moment, but it was a moment.
But how I'm broken is that so the inverse of that is like you stand in the lobby and you watch all this happen, and you watch the other team who got moved to the smaller theater or whatever. Like
sucks to suck.
Yeah, and they were just like rightfully, they were just like, I don't fucking understand why this is happening, and but nobody knows me, so I'm kind of hanging back, just like, oh wow, this is very interesting. But you have this crazy experience, and then the movie plays and it starts, and it comes up, and everybody's clapping for everybody's name in the opening credits, and Shawn and I are kind of like sitting in the back of the theater watching it all play out, and it's a cool moment as a human being. You're just like, wow, we made this, wrote this, directed this, edited this, we spent all this time making this thing, and now
people clapping just for people's names on the screen.
And then we left.
It feels good knowing that like everybody had like support. That's all. So I didn't interrupt you.
And then we left. Shawn and I went down the block to Reservoir and got a couple of drinks and just kind of wasted some time or whatever. So we came back, and then you're in it. You're at the movie. The movie's finishing up. People.
What was kind of cool about that? Sorry to interrupt you, but like it was. What was kind of cool about that? So we left about 40 minutes in.
Yeah.
Like you said, we went to a bar down the street, and we came back at your program already in progress. You know what I mean? Like the movie was you could feel the weight of the room when you walk in.
Yeah.
You could. It was so weird. You walk into a room like that where they're in the middle of watching this movie, and you can feel everyone's vibes. I don't know how to explain it.
What genre is the movie?
It's a dramedy.
Okay, dramedy.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so it's
but
an
like-
intense kind of scene.
Well, it
Sad.
wasn't necessarily an intense scene. It was just the fact that you could feel the energy of the movie
Okay,
with everybody in there. What, probably 80, 90 people in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably.
and you could feel their. I don't know. You could just feel it when you walk in.
They were invested in the movie, and then the thing with this shit is like, as a guy who likes comedy, you guys know your stand-ups, and like the people who listen to this, you guys get it. Like when there's a laugh that hits, you're just like, holy shit, I did something good, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the inverse of that is the quiet for like those heavy moments.
Yeah.
And it's crushing because you don't know which way it's going to go.
Yeah.
So we walk in and it's like sort of at that crushing moment, but you could feel like that they were into it. So whatever. I mean, the point is like at the end of the movie, everybody had a really positive reaction. It was really like, awesome. Like, great. Thank you. We get up, we do a Q&A. The Q&A was great. We had the whole cast and crew on stage. You have this whole moment where you're standing at a room full of 100, sitting in the room full of 100 people asking you questions about the movie. When it's over, we went out, we're talking, we're hanging out, we're doing the networking thing. It's great. And then you're back at work. And it's like that. You know what I mean? It's like you have the moment of like, I'm in the village and I'm hanging out and there's all these people like asking me interesting
special.
questions about this interest. Yeah, you get to be a fucking rock star for like whatever, an hour or whatever. And then it just dissipates. So to
not
answer
even
your
a
question,
rock star though. But like, just you feel like your fucking self. You feel like yourself.
you just feel like yourself.
Yeah. I feel like that's what most people that interact with me maybe at the bar don't understand, is because for the 2-3 hours that I'm producing a show, or maybe like the 15 minutes that I'm performing, that time, it's like I'm not just a person in the crowd.
Yeah.
I'm somebody, and then like you don't really do it for approval. You just like you get to do it and watch the crowd have that interaction with like the thing you made, and you're just like,
Right.
wow, something I made is resonating with somebody, and
Dude.
and then you have to go back to work the next day
I say
because
this
we're
all the
entry
time.
level.
Yeah, I've been saying this for years. I'm like, I always tell my girlfriend, I'm like, listen, if I work super hard, like hilariously hard, I get to be myself for like 15 days every 2 years. If everything goes right and everybody does their jobs and everything is okay, and it's like most people don't have that situation where like you don't feel like yourself 700 days in a row. And then you have 15 days where you're just like, oh, this is me. And that keeps you going for the next 2 years while you try to get back to those 15 days.
Yeah,
It's fucking insane.
it's brutal.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
The Monday back,
Yeah.
and then Shawn, you had a very interesting week after that.
Yeah.
So you got a little bit of a double whammy.
And it was
Of-
completely unexpected, to be
of the
perfectly
back
honest.
to reality, and then also the highs of this industry.
It was a back-to-back, back-to-back highs for sure.
Yes.
I assume you're talking about getting to open
Oh yeah, yeah.
for
So-
Adam Ray.
Yes.
Yeah. So it was really cool. So I have a friend who is from this area that now lives in LA, and he and I met through another comic, Holly, who we were talking about.
Shawn's
earlier.
last episode.
Yep. And Holly introduced me to Mark Saratella, who is a comic from this area but moved to LA, maybe 20 years ago. And he was like, I hit it off with him last time he was in the area. And he just reached out to me and Holly and was like, hey, I have tickets for you guys if you want to come see Adam Ray in Troy. And I was like, great. He's like, yeah, your name's on the list. You can come hang out in the green room. It's a whole thing. And I'm like, fuck yeah.
Sick.
So we went and we hung out, and he was just like, hey, he's like, I'm just trying to figure out. He's like, so it was in Troy. The show was in Troy. He was like, "Yeah, I got to get down to Peekskill tomorrow." I was like, "Well, if you need a ride, let me know. Like, I'd be happy to drive you down or whatever." And
How far is Peekskill drive-wise for you?
2 hours, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, not too bad, but a couple hours.
Trying to let the listeners absorb.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. And so Mark is very good friends with Adam Ray. Like, they're very good friends. They started comedy about the same time. That's my understanding of it. Like, I think Mark was in Adam's wedding. Like, it's a whole thing. And so he was opening him featuring for him on a few stops along his tour. And we're just hanging out in the green room after the show, and Mark just mentioned that so Adam asked Mark, like, "Hey, how are you getting to Peekskill tomorrow? Do you need a car or anything?" And he was like, "Well, I think Shawn might drive me down." And so Mark was just like, or Adam was just like, "Hey, Shawn, how much time can you do?" And I was like, "Whatever you need, dude," And he was like, "Do you want to do 10 minutes to open the show tomorrow if you drive Mark down?" Yeah. Yeah, dude. And drove him down, did 10 minutes in front of a fucking in a theater, and opening for Adam Ray, one of the bigger comics going right now. Like, he's huge right now.
How many seats?
It was a 1,000-seat theater.
That's fucking awesome.
Insane, dude. Insane. And it went well. And it was just I didn't even, so it was literally the day of the show in Troy that he messaged me and was like, "Hey, I put your name on the list. You should come tonight." And I'm like, "Great." And so within 48 hours, I've opened for him. And you know what I mean? It was just, it happened so fast. Mm-hmm. So, just say yes to shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's always like,
hell yeah. I think one of the interesting things that I heard on your episode was that you said that, like, you only really knew this guy from, like, going down to the city, right? And just
Mark.
Yeah, Mark.
Mark Saratella. So he's from this area. He's from the Capital District of New York, and moved to LA. I couldn't tell you when. I didn't know him before then. You know what I mean? I met him through Holly, our mutual friend, and so Holly was like, "Hey, I'm doing, I'm hanging out down in the city." This was end of last year. And she's like, "Hey, I'm hanging out down in the city. You should come down." And I was like, "You know what? Fuck it." So I just went down to the city. And the next thing I know, like, that same night, I'm doing an opening spot at the Stand, introducing Neil Brennan. You know what I mean? Because Mark produced the show. And he was just like, "Hey, you want to do 10 minutes at the top of the show? I know you like Neil Brennan. You want to do, and you could introduce Neil." And I'm like, "Yeah." Because Neil Brennan's like, like top 5 for me. You know what I mean? He's up
Neil
there.
Brennan.
Love Neil Brennan. And, Mark and I just hit it off. You know what I mean? Like, we hit it off that time that he was here. He went back to LA. I didn't hear from him so much, but he was back in the area opening for Adam because he and Adam are tight. And Adam knew that he had, he's from the area. So he was like, "Hey, you want to open for these shows?" And then it just kind of worked out. You know what I mean? So I know that there's a lot of, like, luck involved. You know what I mean? But I do think that, and I'm coming to terms with the fact that, like, a lot of people say the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's luck for sure, but it's also, I think, experience and like, ability do kind of set you up for that luck.
You definitely have to be ready when your number's called.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
You can't just, like, meet this guy and he'll be like, "Hey, can you do 10 minutes in front of a theater for 1,000 people?" Go out there and just fucking suck.
Well, the thing is, I said this to Mark too, and I was like, "Hey, man, like, I appreciate this opportunity, but I want to know that I earned it. Mm-hmm. I don't want to know that, like, I'm getting it just because I have a car." Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, "Hey, you're giving me a ride here. You can do 10," but, like, I wanted to know that I deserve it and I deserve this time in this spot. And he was like, "Dude, I wouldn't have even recommended it if you weren't capable of doing it." And I'm like, "Okay." So I'm trying to reset myself into that headspace where I'm like, "Oh shit. Like, yeah, it's luck. You know what I mean? Right place, right time. But you need to be able to perform when your time comes."
Yeah, you need ED pill for that situation.
Exactly. Yeah.
I just I think it's interesting because we go from film to comedy and we have all these things, but like a simple connection is just is New York, you know? And I think as like upstate guys, like I think we just kind of like romanticize the city as like this place.
Yeah, I think so.
And it's just like there is a magic to it. There is like this kind of like thing because like you can be down there for a couple days and you're just like walking around and you're like I'm satisfied. I'm gonna call my daughter and I'm gonna go to bed like this. I'm gonna wake up early. I'm gonna go get a coffee and a bagel and just go meet up with my friends. I'm gonna get drenched in rain because I can't get a cab. I'm gonna go down to I'm gonna go down there and I'm gonna meet some strangers that are super well-known comics and then this might turn into something, you know? And it's just like I don't know, like I think the message for like people to take home from this episode, especially comics, is just like do the damn thing, you know what I mean? Like just go out there and fucking try, you know? Because I'm looking
for
at
sure.
two people that fucking try, you know? And you know, you guys do a really good job of like making something, you know, of yourselves, but also a thing, you know? And I think that's a really cool thing, you know? Like
There are people who live in, you know, whatever, Peckinpah Holler, Kentucky, who are a flight and 3 buses away from the center of the universe. And then there are people up here who are 2 hours on an Amtrak train who could be in the middle of Manhattan and do whatever they want to do any day of the week. And
or 5 hours, by the way.
5 hours if that motherfucker breaks down. But like, you know, that shit leaves every hour. Like if you can afford it, if you can afford the $44, then do it as much as you can, you know? And that's something that like Shawn and I talk about all the time. Shawn's got friends that live in this city. I've always been like a proponent of like, hey, use every resource you have. Like, make it happen, man. It's like that's where everything is happening, and we're in the shadow of that. And a lot of people in the city, or even down closer to the city, like in Orange County and in Westchester and Brewster and shit, are just like, well, you guys are in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, I know, but we are with traffic the same distance as you if we take the fucking train. So suck it. But it's like if you have the means to get into it, then use it, because there are people. There's 3,000 miles to our left that wishes they were in the shadow of it.
Yeah, we're not in the middle of nowhere.
No.
We're just
No,
off center.
not even-
You know, we are
use it.
just off center.
So
you
it's
know?
like use it as much as you can. It's a day trip. Like my daughter and my girlfriend and I go down to the shore for dinner. Like a couple times a year, we'll just be like, I don't know, it's Saturday morning. Like, what do you want to do? Well, there's a place that we like that's in Point Pleasant. So we'll drive 3 hours to go eat lunch or whatever. We'll hang out for the day. We'll come back. It's like, if you operate in that world of like, if you want it bad enough, you'll do it, then fucking do it. And Shawn has done it. And I think that that's important. Like, get on the fucking train or drive down to Brooklyn, crash at your friend's house, and go do shit. For us, like with the movie, it's like, yeah, man, like if you have the means to do it and you want to do it, then just tell your story. Like, go and do your fucking thing.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
100%.
you end up one of those bitter motherfuckers who are like in the middle of nowhere, just being like, if I only had $300,000, I would qualify for a SAG Ultra. But like, shut up, just do it.
And we run into that a lot, yeah. So like at the end of the day, our message is always just do it. You know what I mean? Like how many people have we talked to that make a short, produce a short that cost 30, 50, whatever.
Well,
grand.
you were out in Los Angeles in North Hollywood for NoHo Film Fest for the last movie, Break Glass.
Yeah.
And that was a conversation you had with
I had that straight up conversation
short, with a short, and you're like, ours was $1,800, and
and they were like, my short cost $50,000.
right.
And they were like, but it's just proof of concept for the feature I want to make.
Right.
And I'm like, well, why didn't you just make... And it wasn't like some fucking sci-fi epic. You know what I mean? And it was like, why do you think your movie has to cost $50,000? So are you going to wait 10 years before you can find just the right people? And then by the end of that, you're not even going to make what you wanted to make. Right. You're going to have so much influence from the people who gave you money or the people who are like promoting it that it's not even going to be what you wanted to make anymore. So how much you look at the resources you actually have and make the movie you want to make. And you can make it now, and then who knows where you'll be in 10 years.
That's why I've always been jealous of you guys, like comics and musicians and shit, where like it's a one-man band, right? Like Shawn, you guys will sit and you'll do the whole couch time thing where you're coming up with premises, and Shawn will come in, we'll be hanging out here and it'll be like, hey, and they'll kind of like pitch this thing and it's funny, and then I'll watch him build it into a bit that I watch people laugh at, right? And it's a single like fusion engine that makes this happen, right? And I'm always jealous of that shit. Or like the dude with like, the monk cut and the long hair at the Coffee Bean playing some song he wrote on his fucking acoustic guitar, and I'm just like, fuck, dude, like I want that. But really it comes down, it's the same thing. It's just like, if you got a thing, just do your thing.
Yeah. But I think it's interesting that you write movies though, because like, when you write a joke, it's kind of never done,
Yeah.
And like when you write a movie, like because I also come from storytelling, right?
Yeah.
And storytelling, there's like a through line, there's a beginning, a middle, and an end, very much like the story you're trying to tell in a movie. But like but I can rewrite that story a million times because I'm only speaking it, right?
Yeah.
You're making a thing with people involved, and like eventually it's going to be done. Like you get to, the man hours that you put in a studio are probably way more intense and way more insane than, like anybody writing in a box. But like, I do think it's cool that there's some finality to the product. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think that's cool. Like you get to be like, all right, that's the image that I had in my head. It's finally done.
It's okay. But to be fair, it's never that. It's abandoned at the moment where you have to do it. Like there's the movie you write, there's the movie you make, and then there's the movie you edit. Those are three separate things.
Okay.
And the movie you write is this, at some point it becomes like this sentient thing, right? Like
there's a moment where it doesn't exist and then it does.
You do this, you write this thing, and then all of a sudden you get human beings involved. And then all of a sudden these characters take shape that they have nuances and shit like that you never considered. There's like, they have powerful eyebrows, or there's like a certain thing, there's a quietness to this one guy, but there's a bravado of another guy. And all of a sudden things start to change as a director where you're like, oh shit, we could do something different here. And then you have all this footage, and then you cut this thing, and there's this weird magical thing that's like, this is like super woohoo shit, but like, you start cutting this thing and it's not working. And then at some point it sort of tells you what it needs to work. It's like, well, if you cut this out and then this makes more sense, or this plays better, or this is quicker, it starts becoming like a joke, right? It's like, if you cut this word, if you cut this turn of phrase, if you get here quicker, and all of a sudden these things start to work, and it's different than what you wrote. So it starts talking back to you and telling you like what it needs to be. And it's this real weird moment of just like Frankenstein shit where you're just like, oh, this thing's alive and now it's driving the bus. And I become a puppet to it, and I am cutting according to what it wants to become. And then that becomes its own thing, right? And so it's 4 movies, you know what I mean? It's 4 different things. And then you can nitpick that last thing to death to where like it becomes a real problem. Like I've done it, dude. I cut as we shoot. So this last movie, like the last few movies, we wrapped, and 2 days later I had a cut of the movie. And then we start picking it apart, and there's like reshoots and pickups, and we just keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going. I could have cut that thing for another year. In fact, most people would say I should have cut it for another year. But at some point you have to pull the ejection seat and just be like, I think Tom Petty was like, or Bob Dylan was like, an album's never done, it's abandoned at exactly the right moment. And that's the thing that like I try to do is like, it's a gamble, it's a gambit, and you just have to like pull the ripcord at the exact right moment. And usually for me, it's me sitting alone in this room next door just being like, fine, you know what, fuck you, this is what it is, and everything sucks, and fuck you. And then I put it out, and I hope it's not as bad as I think it is. And that's the same thing that happens every time. And I have a small group of people who I trust with like the cuts, and I show them the cuts as we go. And when I'm super, super, super depressed about it, I hear the same feedback, and they're like, this happens every time. And I'm like, I know, but this one's different. And you say it every time. So yeah, that's a long-winded way of saying yes.
I love that. I mean, it's just, I don't know. Like, the creative process, I feel like, is you're never really happy with it.
No,
You know?
no, never.
But, like, in the moment that people are absorbing, I've really gotten into watching the crowds at a comedy show, because especially with a show I'm producing, you know, because like you put in all this work, you know, you care about the lights, you care about, you know, the audio, you care about all of this stuff, the chairs and how they're fucking put together. You care about all this stuff. The temperature of the room was a big thing at the last show I put together. And, you know, you do all of that. And then it's like, how do you not watch the crowd, you know, and just see how they're taking it? Because you put together the lineup, and, you know, now you've these comedians that you trust and you think are funny, and they're just performing, and it's just like, how do you not watch the people drink it in? You know, that's your, you know, your product is the happy people, you know? So I don't know. It's just like one of those things where like you put in all those hours, you know, fucking putting this thing together, and then you put in all this time like writing a joke and putting it together, and then practicing the joke at open mics at Lark, you know, Tavern, and then you know eventually you're at a show, and you know, and it's just like you walk in and you feel the weight of the room, you know, and you're just like, wow, this is a thing we made, you know. I think that's a really cool thing, you know. We get to do this.
Do you
know?
take not to derail what you're
Edibles.
saying, but do you take edibles?
No.
But do you take
ED medicine.
Yes.
Oh, very good.
Yeah,
Oh,
good
great.
for you,
Doctor
man.
prescribed.
This podcast brought to you by Blue Chew.
Yeah.
fucking
Adafil. Said the real
horny goat
drug.
weed?
Said the real
Get
drug.
at your local Speedway gas
Brought to you
station.
by Merrick Health.
Do you, when you put a lineup together for a show, do you look at who you're booking and kind of put people together that makes sense?
I think of crowd. So
Okay.
when I'm doing it, I'm like, you know, for example, like right now, I'm trying to. I'll say this. I don't know what's going to happen with the bar for the Krog as far as like, I'm putting together a July lineup, right? I don't know if the bar is going to have a show in July. You know, that's like not something I'm certain about. But when I'm booking it, like I've only got one person booked, and that's Rex Lingiel. You know, have you ever met Rex?
Rex is very funny.
Very funny, you know? And immediately when I booked him, he did that thing that most people do, and they're like, oh, I've got a friend that can help me out. And he mentioned his friend Sam, and I think Sam is also very funny.
You should book Sam. Sam's very
I
funny.
will at some point. I think Sam is very funny.
Damn it, David.
Right now.
Sam
the thing is
Sam has left us a voicemail before.
Has he? Oh, I love Sam. But like two young kids on a show together, and I'm trying to think about the crowd. I'm trying to, you know,
Your
have-
demographic.
Well, yeah, it's not even. It's like I want everybody to feel like there was somebody up there speaking for them. You know. So I mean, like you have to have a woman on there. You have to have a person of color. I want to have somebody that's, you know, LGBTQ plus. Like, I just want somebody up there that's like, I don't want anybody to come to my show and be like, yeah, it was all white guys. You know, like it was all this or all that, or like I didn't have me represented up there. I didn't have anybody that I connected with up there, and I think that's important to me because, like, you know, and a headliner is just going to be a headliner, right? It's just like that person's going to make everybody laugh. But like those acts that go up before that, like I book those people because I think they're funny, but also because like I do want them to have my crowd have a connection, because I feel like if the crowd connects, they're going to want to come back. You know?
Like ultimately, like that's kind of art, right? It's like you just look for the thing that you connect to as a person, right? Like you want to catch a pair of eyes that see you as a human being, right? And sometimes, you know, the good answer is like, I'm watching this sports documentary, and Welcome to Wrexham, right? So it's a soccer documentary that Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney made about this little team, whatever, in not Welsh, what's the Wales. So like in the second season, they start getting into all this like ancillary shit. Like it stops becoming completely about the team that they're in, that they're focused on, and then it's like, well, it's also the women's team. It's also the town that they're raised in. And I find myself sort of disconnecting from those things because, like, I'm not Welsh. And I'm not a women's soccer player. And like and then I feel shitty because I'm just like, well, I'm a white guy, a white American guy who doesn't give a fuck. But I realize, like, at the end of it, it's just about the emotional connection of, like, I could put myself in this position just because I was a kid and I remember how that competition felt or whatever the case is. I don't know what it feels like to be a woman and be the underdog in a fucking league in a city that only pays attention to the guys. And that is the story. And that's the thing you should connect to. And that's the thing I want to connect to, but I can't make the connection beyond the cursory human experience of, like, that's got to be tough. But I feel like I will never fucking understand what that's like. You
don't feel a connection to Ryan Reynolds?
I always feel the connection to Ryan Reynolds and a longing to connect with him in a physical way. I want to be held in his powerful arms.
Like a Van Wilder in here.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm talking like straight Deadpool with the makeup. I'm talking like, I'll take the burned asshole look. And I want to feel his lips on my neck, whispering to me, just tickling it a little bit while he's talking. And I don't even know what he's saying anymore, but it excites me.
Something about Mint Mobile.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe aviation gin. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think of it like
We're still talking about Ryan Reynolds, right? Just to be clear.
Oh, fucking yeah, Ryan Reynolds.
Okay.
Hell yeah, dude. No, I think about producing a show and, like, there's that museum in New York that is like the Colors Museum, right? Every room is a different set of colors, right? There's a yellow room, there's a red room, there's a purple room, all that kind of stuff. It's neat, that resonates with everybody, except for a colorblind person.
Sure.
Right.
And then what do they have for that? They have different textures. So you have to have something for everybody, and that's like an important thing because the person, might not see the color blue, but in that room they can feel the fuzzy wall.
Yeah, blue feels different for sure.
Blue feels different. I mean, I've been saying this since day one of the Likeable podcast. Blue feels different. We need to talk about it. I'm tired of people not acknowledging that blue doesn't feel different than the other colors. I've had it with this.
I'm passionate about this.
Very passionate about. People will know that the Likeable podcast is founded
Pro blue.
Very pro blue.
Very pro blue.
See, but then that's where it kind of conflicts, right? Because, like, yes, and everything I just said about not being about not being a female Welsh soccer player, it's like there's a different level to that, where it's like, yeah, but you know what it's like to be an underdog. You know what it's like to be less than. You know what it's like to be half celebrated. You know what it's like to not know what the color blue looks like, but you know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. So what's the right answer? Do you pander to the colorblind, or do you just focus more on the connection in the whole? So is it more like, I need to have everything represented in this show because I want everybody to be seen, or do you demand more from the audience to say, like, hey, this isn't about hitting every single pocket. It's about the general human condition.
I get the pluses and minuses of that. I think I kind of stand on, if you want something niche, you can get that off your phone.
Right.
Right. But, like, when you go to a live performance
and shit.
Yeah, you go to a live performance. Feeders.
Got it.
Exactly.
Copy.
When you go to a live show, it's like you're there with everybody else. So you're going to, just like in life, you're going to have to do the things that aren't, like, necessarily for you, but they're for everybody. It's a community experience.
Yeah.
So you get all of it. And then the headliner is just supposed to bring you all together.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
That's
You're
what
all there to see the headliner.
Yeah, that's what I think with the
that's a good way to look at
the
it.
show. I mean, because
a headliner.
Huh?
I'll never be a headliner.
Oh, stop it!
No,
You're headlining a show this weekend, aren't you? You fuck.
I did it last weekend.
That was last weekend?
Yeah, they hated me.
Really? This is at
It went really
Putnam
well.
Place.
David, this is the key here. Is you just look at him and you go, no, it's better if you don't.
Well, no, because the Shawn.
No,
Shawn
David,
Barnes.
David, please.
No, it was just me trying to make a joke.
David,
You were
because-
saying the
because
headliner
that-
connects to
Because I look
everybody.
at him and I'm just like, I just want to fucking cuddle this little man, you know?
Stop.
But then-
I,
but
should,
see,
I
this-
wish
but
I
then-
had said nothing. He's figured out. He's
Him?
This is how.
Yeah.
This is how you defeat me, is by saying, like, yes, I agree with everything you're saying, and I'm like,
100%,
oh no, okay,
Yeah.
He's like fighting the Krang brain in the guy, right? And the rest of the Krang is like, brr, like, I'm a big scary guy, but the little brain is the thing driving the whole thing.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I said nothing.
And we're both hard.
I'm so hard right now.
There's 3 of us here.
Well, you got the little cuck chair over there.
Yeah,
Sorry
yeah.
about it.
Yeah, it's dinner time, Sean. Your house, Sean.
I am hungry.
Are you?
Yeah.
I'm used to having a clock that lets me know how
We've been
long
going for 5 hours.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a Joe Rogan podcast.
Dude, fuck yeah.
Yeah,
What
man.
park are we saving? What is there a timer on that thing?
Yeah, sure.
How much timer is that?
How much timer is it?
How much timer is it?
Oh, dude.
So much
Do you really want to know?
Yeah, is it an hour and a half?
Yeah, 32. An hour 32.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh man, see, this is why I can
It
never
says
be a
32
headliner.
minutes, so I assume that it's an hour and 32
Wow, if it
minutes.
only
gotta
recorded
be.
32 minutes of this,
This is the worst conversation that's ever happened.
The only chunk they're gonna get out of this episode is us talking about like what art is. We're like, hey, you know, I like
what
to
is
pander to
art?
a crowd because
fuck,
of the artistic experience.
As a straight white man, I like a crowd to look exactly like me.
Listen, guys, there needs to be a set of
boobs.
tits. There needs to be brown skin. There needs to be a guy that likes dicks. There needs to be.
Yeah, you know. I'm the one that sets the rules, so I need all these things.
We all know the white guys are the funniest, but we gotta have
Yeah.
representation for the others. Yeah.
And then I got to put them in order of who we think is the funniest.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
Yeah, we prioritize our comics based on race and
Categorically speaking, we have
Sexuality.
to have a female headliner because we can only have one on a show.
Who's the host?
I'm always the host. Sucks. No. Do you like hosting?
do I like hosting?
Yeah. Yeah, do you host or don't tell?
I did. You know, I enjoy hosting if I tell myself I need to be a host.
Okay.
If I remind myself like you are a host, and I kind of turn it on a little bit to be a little more hosty.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
You zhuzh it up.
Yeah,
Host
because you
Malone.
have to. You gotta speak to the people. You know what I mean? You gotta bring them in. You gotta welcome them to the show. You gotta make sure that they're part of the event. If I'm just doing a spot, then I can just be me. You know what I'm saying?
I like you.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
But not everyone does.
Yeah, I feel like they would like his
Guilty.
host.
So
Cool. I forgot. I really didn't ask any of these questions.
What do you got?
No,
You
we
got more
talked about the
questions
Knicks.
here?
No,
Rapid
I mean,
fire.
the last thing I wanted to ask was, do we
Knicks
have
in 4.
another movie coming up?
Do we have another
why,
movie
that's
coming?
such an asshole question.
I know. Every time. It's like, yeah, it's
Jesus
great.
Christ.
Hey, nobody's even seen this one.
thing
so.
that you did, where's the next one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how the fucking world works. Sorry, Chief. Like that's how it goes, man.
You're right.
So this,
No, just
are you guys going to another? You guys have another like 3 festivals, right?
Another
you have 4,
shitty
you
question.
have 4
Another
festivals.
Asshole question.
Well, you know,
4
it's funny.
festivals, I
It's
heard?
funny that you say that because as we were sitting here, I just got the fuck off from another festival.
Another one
So-
so
Sweet.
off.
So this happens. This is all part of it. But yeah. So after this, yeah, I mean, it's like a year of this. It's a year
you
of
get way more no's than
rejections
yeses.
and acceptances and travels and shit like that. And then when this is over, yeah, I'm a couple weeks away from wrapping up the first draft of the next thing, and I'm talking to another producer on the project. Her and I have been talking the last couple weeks about what's happening and talking about like cast and shit like that, and just kind of getting the ball rolling because it's helping me be inspired and shit. And so I'm hoping, you know, when this run ends, we go right into the next thing. Yeah,
Damn,
yeah.
you really are like a comic.
What do you mean?
It's just like as soon as the one show's over, like
I'm uncomfortable with not moving.
Yeah.
I don't,
I
Jay
think comics are
at
like
the
that.
end of the day, I view him primarily as a writer, a great director also, but like I think like your ability to write is just unprecedented from anybody, from me and anybody I know. Like your ability to just like you need to write,
yeah.
and I admire that so much because a lot of the time I feel like I'm forcing myself to sit and write some stuff.
Well, me too.
yeah, you're without
Yeah, but
president.
you do it. You
I'm
do
without
it.
presidents.
Yeah,
Yeah. I have no presidents at all.
Yeah.
Currently,
You're unprecedented.
I am.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this?
Because we love you.
I hate myself.
And why? Because we love you. M-I-C-K-E-Y? M-O-U-S-E? Nothing? Sure. All right.
Sure. All right, cool. We'll wrap it up. I think we
Yeah.
got tired. We got tired? I think
Well,
we got
he
tired.
got tired. Look at him. He's got his thumb in his mouth.
I
He's
know,
asleep on the
I
side. He's
know.
got his
This
blanket out.
Little guy.
So he's just sleeping on top of the guy. Sleeping on
I
guy.
have a 2-minute drive home, guys.
You're right. I have an hour and 40 minutes. We have I've overstayed my welcome, guys.
Never.
Yeah, we've been like winking at each other the
Ready
whole
to
time.
go. I know. I can see it.
Like,
I can.
fuck this guy.
really
can
can
he
see it.
leave so we can talk shit for the next hour and a half?
I literally can't wait to hear that. Please leave the mics rolling.
Absolutely.
Likeable is filmed and recorded with Radio Free Rhinecliff. Thank you to Jen Hammoud and Matthew Rosenberg, our producers. And thank you to The Epicurean, which does host us for almost every episode, not this one. And Likeable is a comedy-based podcast, which is, we're experts in absolutely nothing and should not be taken seriously whatsoever. So please, I should have this memorized by now, but I do not. So
I could probably fill in if
I
you
feel
want
like
me
you
to.
nailed it.
Do you know it?
I mean, I feel like I know it, but I don't want to.
Do you want to give it?
But shout out to the
You
Epicurean,
have to give it a
though.
shot.
Like, that place is dope. I will say that.
Dude, solid little stop.
Solid place. Get your fucking beer and goat cheese, bro.
Beer and goat cheese, yeah. And they also have fucking really good coffee. You know?
I like
really
all
good
those
coffee.
things.
Yeah.
Caffeine
yeah.
and booze.
Yeah, I feel bad for I swear to God, this is the last thing. I feel bad for the young lady that's working on Saturdays because I show up there with somebody to come on the show, and she's like, "Oh God," I was gonna hear these two wannabe famous people joke about their lives as comics.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. She's like, I don't know, she's a kid, but she still has optimism for her life, so she looks down on mine.
Yeah.
You know?
You're doing her a service,
Remember
actually,
that,
by
don't you?
making her realize that life is hell.
Yeah, maybe she's a future listener.
That light will die.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, guys. Well, Shawn Barnes, Jay Leonard, thank you guys very much for coming out.
What an honor. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do I do anything just to tell you all my show dates? Hey, what's going on? Heard it here to talk about show dates, and I did not update the thing that this is on. I could do it right now, but I'm not. It's 5/29. We're gonna be at the Ithaca Comedy Festival. That's exciting. I hope you are also excited for that on 5/30. We're gonna be at Don't Tell Comedy in Beacon. That's a sweet venue. The lineup is pretty stacked. It's pretty awesome. I'm happy to be a part of it. That one's gonna be really fun. So I'm gonna go from Ithaca to Beacon to freaking Brooklyn, Greenpoint, Brooklyn for Comedy Social on 5/31. If you haven't been to one of those, check it out. They give you free alcohol, free snacks, free everything. It's really a great time. You get 3 hours of comedy and free shit. I can't really do any better than that. On 6/6, we got the Krog Show. That one potentially could be the last. I know we're going to move on from that one. On 6/12, we're going to be doing the Roast of Rhinebeck, which is I will be hosting and emceeing. And I don't like the way people talk about hosting and emceeing, if I'm being honest with you guys. Not cool. But I will be there, and I will be hosting and emceeing. All the proceeds from that will go to benefit the radio station that I produce this show with. So, if you enjoy the show, if you really want to support the show, come out, have some laughs. Your money goes to a great place. I think we give you alcohol there too, or it's a suggested donation, which, that's really open to interpretation. On 6/13, I'm going to go down to Hopewell Junction for another Don't Tell Comedy. And I got to say, that's going to be pretty cool because I will be suggesting that you wear sandals for that one, weather permitting. And then 6/18, I will be at Downtime Bar in New York City in Manhattan doing a show with Mr. Joe Gerbos. He's my guy. We're excited to put the show together. Our headliner is going to be Carmen Legala, and I'm a big fan of Carmen. Hopefully we'll get her on the show sometime soon. Probably too cool for this, but hopefully that'll happen one day, and that'll be one thing Dan Zoder and I have in common, other than loving the WWF/E, and then having Carmen on our podcast. Okay. All right. Well, enjoy the rest of this episode. Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
Yeah, you got jokes, yeah, you're insightful, but are you likable?